Do you wish that you never have to do any work in your life and just enjoy all the time? Do you wish that you never have to work hard to earn wealth and still be wealthy all the time? Do you wish that you should never suffer from any kind of diseases at all? Do you wish that the nature should never rage at all and the climate be evergreen all the time? Do you wish that you should never get any sorrow from any person, thing or living being, and society or government in your life? Do you wish that there shouldn't be anything unattainable at all in your life? But have you ever thought, after all, why do we desire such a happy life? Any kind of desire arises only when it has been experienced by us at some or other time in our life. It proves that we had experienced such a life full of happiness at every moment some or the other time, and such a world itself is called as Swarg by the Hindus, Jannat by the Muslims, and Heaven by the Christians. Today also, every human being eagerly wishes for such a world. In comparison to such a happy world, what are the sights of this world, and what do we call today's world? Here everyone has some or other kind of sorrow of the body, mind, wealth, relations or contacts along with that of the society, government and nature to a greater or a lesser extent. If we start counting, there are many more various types of sorrow and only sorrow. Everyone definitely has some or other kind of worry. So, what will the world with these types of sights be called? Such a world is called the mortal world or hell. So now, in such a sorrowful condition of the world, is a never happy life like that in heaven possible? And that too in this very birth? Yes, it is certainly possible, because transformation is the rule of world. Everything certainly changes from new to old and old to new. When it is new, it gives happiness, and when the same thing becomes old, it becomes a giver of sorrow. Similarly, when the world was new, it was called heaven, and when the same world becomes very old, it feels like hell. So, when will we be able to go away from such a sinful world into an ever peaceful world? This very news itself is the greatest good news for you, that a peaceful and ever happy world has almost arrived, because creation of the new house-like world has begun, and now we all are passing through this very great transformation period of the world, that is, the transformation of hell into heaven. Who will bring about this transformation? Will any religious soul be able to do it? Or any great soul? Or some noble souls? If we turn back the pages of the history, what do we see? We see that till today, despite the numerous attempts of various religious fathers, great souls, noble souls, sorrow hasn't ended in the world. On the contrary, sorrow is increasing all the more, and that world of heaven has just become a dream or imagination. So, it is God alone who gives the knowledge of Rajoga, through which He takes the human beings from extreme darkness towards the light of knowledge, from falsity towards truth, from the mortal world towards the immortal world, that is, from hell towards heaven. For this very reason, it is sung in Brihadaranyaka. This is why everyone has been remembering just the one God for ages, because we all have received the unlimited happiness from Him alone. For which it is sung, Tum mat pita, hum balak tere, tumri kripa se sukh ghanere, meaning, you are the mother and the father, we are your children, we receive immense happiness by your kindness. It means, the souls of the entire world had attained a happy life, that is liberation in life, meaning true liberation through that God alone. Therefore, even today, whenever there are more difficulties or sorrow in life, everyone remembers only the one God. After all, how does God give the teachings of Rajoga and make the world into heaven? In fact, it is sung for God. Highest is your abode, highest is your name, highest are your deeds. God is also said to be the one who resides above, that is, the resident of the supreme abode. This very fact is mentioned in shloka number 6 of chapter 15 of the Gita. So, the question is, will God be able to teach us this Rajoga, sitting above? Certainly not. He has to come to this world, for which they also sing, Chhod bhi de Akash Singhasan, fir dharti par aa ja re. Meaning, give up the throne of sky at last, then come on the earth. For this very reason, God Himself has said in the Gita too, whenever there is defamation of the religion and rise in irreligiousness, I have a divine birth. What highest of high task does God perform when He comes, in the memorial of which temples and idols of Him are built the most, and He is worshipped the most? It is mentioned about that divine task in chapter 4, shloka 8 of the Gita. Paritranaya sadhunam. For the protection of saints. Vinashaya chadushkritam. For the destruction of the wicked ones, and Dharma sansthapanarthaya. For complete establishment of the true religion. Sambhavami yuge yuge. I have birth in the middle of two ages. Through this, it is clear that God, who is the remover of sorrow, bestower of happiness, purifier of the sinful, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher and the Supreme Sadguru of everyone, has incarnated in this world, and, after coming, He is establishing the one true religion again, that is, He is establishing the new world, heaven, where everyone will just be righteous, the ones who are given the title of deities. In addition, God also brings about the destruction of the irreligious ones, that is, the irreligious old, sorrowful world. To take or not to take the inheritance of happiness for many births, from the Supreme Father who has arrived, is in your hands. Your fortune is in your hands. Do you want to make time your teacher, or do you wish to become the teacher, who even transforms time? Because, if not now, then never. Take out few moments of your life and understand this knowledge of God. You say that you don't have time. Who knows, tomorrow there may be no more time left.